whenever you need to watch, or that you want to watch it, or watch it from the beginning, whichever. But hello and welcome. All right, let's see. Let me make sure that we have all of these things swiped. It did. All right, cool. Sweet. All right. Hello. Hi, Gunit. How are you? It's nice to see you here again. Oh, let's see. Okay, I need that over there. Hello, hello, hello. Happy, what is it, October 31st? Does anybody celebrate Halloween? Or Dia de los Muertos? Or Happy Tuesday? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. My Tuesday is good. It's just a regular, normal Tuesday. Trying to get shit done. I feel like... Oh, no, that's right. That's right. How was yours? Do you celebrate Halloween, Gunit? Hello and welcome. Feel free to say hi. Feel free to like the live. What's up, Devin? How are you? No, not really. Yeah, I don't either. I stopped celebrating back in, I don't even know when. It's been 7 or 8 years. I don't really celebrate it anymore. Okay. I know I need something else, right? I think. I'll put that there though. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Let's see if I can. Let me put on the poll. All right, there's the services, the paid services. But I feel like, oh, I think I have to take care of that before. All right, so let's get started. Your overlords at 7-Eleven have you working tonight, even though you requested it off? That's how it goes sometimes, isn't it? It's like, are you kidding me? Do you have to work all night, Devin? Is that like an all-night thing? So y'all, I am offering free and paid readings tonight. I figured I'd hop on for a minute to kind of see how it is going and to see if there's any free readings. Kind of let people trickle in here. So if you would like a free reading, let me know in the comments. Though they're going to be free general, okay? And maybe I'll hop off if there's not so much of a, a want for it. I'm good. I'll go back to bed. But feel free to like the live. I'm a little tired. Can you tell? Feel free to like the live or share the live. It's not a bad shift. Oh, 11 to 8. I got you. I was like 11-8. What is that? I got you. I get it. Well, in any case, it's nice to have you. All right, so let me make sure that we're all good there. So we are doing, hold on, let me fix this. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. So if anybody does want a free reading, it's going to be general tonight, right? So if you do want a free general reading, go ahead and leave a comment. We'll get started here. Hi, Michael. So if you do want a free general reading, that means no questions. It's just like, oh, hey, Jennifer, it's nice to see you. Hi. Well, I'm glad that you like the content, Michael. And thank you for saying that, or thank you for, just sharing. I love it. Likewise, yeah, of course. So pardon me, I'm a little tired today, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it anyway. So if you would like a free general reading, just leave a comment with your name. I've helped you too. I mean, really, it's about you being receptive. It's great to feel that I am having an impact, but if someone's not receptive to the information, you know what I mean, that's coming through and implementing into your lives, it's because of you, really. I do appreciate you saying that. It's also because of you, so thank yourself. Okay. You've never had a reading, really? Well, that's beautiful. I was reading two different comments. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, Benjamin. Everything is beautiful and nothing hurts. I wouldn't agree with that. Michael says, yes, and I'm sorry about the hate you get. They just don't understand. And just keep doing what you're doing. Everybody's allowed to have their opinion. It's just about detaching from needing to other people to, understand what you're doing. And yeah. You don't know me, but you don't know why. Well, that tends to happen a lot in this life. All right. So, what's up, y'all? My name is Angelica. I am going to be the facilitator for tonight. I am a quantum healer, a channel, and an empath. And I do not just do readings. I'm a great healer as well. However, I am offering free and paid readings as well as paid services. Okay. And so if you do want a free general reading, go ahead and leave a comment with your name. Okay. That means like there's no questions or anything like that. No questions. We're not doing like love readings or anything like that. Just the free general. Okay. That's what that is. And the way that works is I just go in and I intuitively am guided to wherever I need to go. Okay. As for my paid services, there's going to be a poll at the bottom to see all of the services that are paid. So my paid readings, all my paid services, first of all, get put onto my list over here and they go first. Okay. And paid readings, then we can get into love, career. What do people ask for? We can get into your questions, etc. Okay, that's what paid readings are. Okay, I also do dope ass energy work. I do also offer mediumship, multi-dimensional mediumship, and DNA activation. Okay, so if you do want to get on that list, and pay for something, all the links to donate in my profile, you click it, you scroll all the way down, there's Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and then you come back over here and you let me know in the comments you donated, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go, I'm gonna start reading the comments? Yeah, sure, I'm gonna start scanning the comments. Thank you, my fellow Earth sister. Love you, thank you so much for that. All right. I was joking back, dragonflies. I joking too. All right. So thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you for sharing the live, Devin. Please share the lives, guys. That'd be great. Let the algorithm catch the vibe and shit, right? So I'm going to just kind of connect in with y'all into the group. And it's always my intention that everybody within the group receive exactly what they need on your journey, like individually, collectively, etc. Okay? It's always for the highest good of all. However, you do have to choose. If you do receive like a piece of advice or a message or an insight, you do have to choose to integrate and implement that piece of advice into your life, right? It's not about just passive, oh, Spirit's just gonna do the thing for me. We do have to take action. So it is your choice, because you're the ultimate authority over your life, to implement any said change or any advice, okay? No harm is done ever, no energy is taken that is not freely given. That is, if we're probably going to do some energy work tonight, so stick around for that. I don't know when that's going to be. I'm just going to listen to Spirit. And we always work within the highest respect, the highest honor to divine will, free will, as well as universal law. So may you receive exactly what you need, whatever medicine, whatever it is that you require to know yourself through and as, so that you can benefit from it in the highest and best way, okay? So it is. I'm seeing two people in my head to start things off. I'm actually seeing, Samantha. I'm actually also seeing Ganit. Are you here too, Ganit? So I'm seeing Samantha. Will you let me know that you're here, Samantha, so that I know that you're watching, you're tuned in. I see you. You see me. Okay, so Ganit's here. Samantha is here. Okay. So we'll go with Samantha and then Ganit, okay? That's who I'm seeing to start things off with. Let me put my water down on the floor. All right, so all right, so Samantha, I'm going to connect to your energy first. Oh, there it is. We got two of them. Okay, that's it. Very interesting. Okay, so I got two cards for you, and I'm going to keep them. I'm just going to roll with it and go as quickly as I can. So, okay. So your first card, Samantha, is authenticity. This is about an initiation. Okay, this actually feels like you coming into more of yourself. This feels like self-expression. This feels like this goes into like the throat chakra or the throat center, however you want to like think about that. This is a huge center that brings in, or allows us to connect deeper with self-confidence, self-esteem, self-respect. So this is an initiation in expressing yourself more fully and like really coming into yourself in a new way, allowing yourself to express yourself in a new way that feels more authentic. That feels more authentic, okay? But it's an initiation, right? So you're currently in an initiation of learning like how to more fully express yourself in a way that's authentic, and that can be a process. I totally get this. I totally get this myself, because sometimes those of us who may have repressed or suppressed our expression or our truth or, you know, people pleasing or stuff like that that causes us to like bite our tongue, to swallow lies, to swallow our words, it can have an effect on how we show up, how we express ourselves, what we allow ourselves to express, right? So what I hear is enjoy the process of remembering your true expression. And this I actually feel coming from your highest self, of like literally allowing your highest self to express through you and as you. Okay, so this is an initiation of releasing all the shit, whether it's trauma, emotional energies, or, you know, projections from others, who you were told to be, how you could be, how you couldn't be, what to say, what not to say, all that bullshit. It's basically like releasing all of that and learning how to, not learning, remembering. You can say learning, but it's really remembering how to express yourself more authentically. Okay, and the other word, or the other word, the other card is uniqueness. I know that's upside down. Okay, I know that's upside down, but that's how it is, and this is how it came in. Okay, this authenticity card is your initiation, right? This feels like kind of where you are, and through this initiation, you're being called, you're being guided to turn it around. Does that make sense? So that you can actually expand into who you truly are, your authentic self. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I feel like you catch the vibe, you catch my drift, but you're in a big cycle of transitioning and transformation around how you express yourself. And in that transformation, we have to release all of the shit that's weighing us down and keeping us from, you know, all of the distortions, keeping us from actually showing up and expressing as our true self, as our divine self, as our Christed self, as our God self, whatever words or whatever, however you want to phrase that. Okay, that's where you're at. So enjoy it, enjoy that process, because it's going to, you know, 5 years down the road, if you've done the work, you're gonna be like, damn, I can't even believe I used to be that version of myself. I'm so like, I'm a different person now. Okay, so yeah. What's up, Roxy? How are you? That's perfect. Good. Take what resonates. Do the work. I would even ask myself, Samantha, do some journaling about like, or just self-reflection about around, you know, how do I hold myself back when expressing myself? What does it mean to me to be my most authentic self? How does that look? How does that feel? How does that smell? How does that, you know, how does it, like, include all of the senses, right? And then really get tuned in, attune yourself to like how that feels. Okay. I guess it would depend on, your beliefs, Mike. Mike asks, is soothsaying an abomination? It depends on, you know, everybody has a different belief. Okay. That's how I say it. I mean, I don't see it as soothsaying. I'm just, really what I'm doing is I'm tapping into your energy field, and I'm allowing myself to receive and perceive the information that's literally in your field. So I don't see it as soothsaying. I'm not like pulling shit out of my ass. I'm pulling information literally from your field. I don't know. I don't read the Bible, my dear. Everybody has different beliefs. You have anger issues? Kiddos are being jerks. Well, I mean, You can't, all you can do is, Samantha, all you can do is, the only thing we control is how we respond to something, right? You know, people can be jerks. That's their karma. That's their karma. That's their stuff to learn from. You can also ask yourself, what am I here to learn from this? Or what is this here to teach me? Okay. Gunit, I'm here. Or I'm here. Are you here is what I'm saying. Gunit, are you here? You're learning to you're remembering to express yourself in a more positive. I got you. I got you. So it's about for you, Samantha, it's about releasing all of the anger stuff. I totally get that. I've been there. Absolutely. Because the anger, if you let it sit without resolving it over time, what I found in my experience, if you have a lot of anger, it can then turn into rage, right? Because it compacts, it becomes compacted, can turn into rage, and that rage can turn into violence. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So that's all you can do. And then you love them from afar, and then you do your own healing work. I see you, Gunit. You know, do the work. Do the work. Do the healing on your end. And when they're ready, they'll come around. It also helps to heal them. You know what I mean? So do your work and focus on you. Maybe that's the best thing to do right now. I mean, it gets to be your choice. You know, I would just ponder on that and let it kind of, you know, percolate. All right, Gunit, let's do you. Oh, I'm so sorry. What's up, Marty? Sending you hugs. Samantha says, I lost the love of my life in June. So there's a lot of grief and old stuff that coming up. Mike, I'm not here to, I'm actually doing some other things, my dear. Good night, Jennifer. I'm not really here to discuss and debate, my dear. Okay, I'm here to help and be of service. So I'd ask you to please respect me and respect yourself. And just read the room. Read the room, bro. Okay. Absolutely, Samantha. That's beautiful. All right, Gunit. We're on here. We're all about here. We're here. You want to read the room? All right. So, Gunit, let me know that you're here again, my dear, because I've lost you. There you are. All right, Gunit. So I'm going to connect with your energy. Okay, there you are. All right. So asking for Janine. I seen that autocorrect thing happen. All right, Gunit, what's coming up for Gunit? Always for the highest and best. What's up, Emily? Well, stick around. Oh. I got 2 cards for you. So, Tree 197744, my dear, here's the thing, okay? Free general readings. That means no like questions aren't included with that, okay? But my paid services, okay, if you want me to tap into November for you, then, you know, you want to do a paid reading, then that's how we're doing the thing, okay? Yeah, we're multitasking over here. No problem. It's allowing me to like clarify and all the things. So no worries. So Ganeet. Okay, your first card is now. All right, expanding into. Can I show the page? So if you look at the bottom of the screen, you should see a poll. Okay, I'll show it again here. But if you look at the bottom of your thing, at the bottom of your screen, it should say poll, and you pull that up. And then, absolutely. So those are the readings, the energy work, mediumship, and then all of my links to pay or donate are in my profile, okay? So, Ganeet, my dear, is the now. And this is about expansion into the ever expanding now, right? You're welcome. You're welcome, Emily. This is about the now. This is really about being more present. Okay, so I'm feeling quite a bit here. So it feels like learning or remembering. It's remembering, really. Remembering how to be fully present here now. Trusting that you have what it takes, you have the resources, etc., to take on whatever comes your way, to navigate whatever comes your way. It's just about being present here and now, rather than what I feel is shifting from the past, shifting to the future. So I feel like kind of like a lot of us do this pendulum thing where we're bringing in our traumas, our old beliefs, our old experiences that hurt us or wounded us, or we feel betrayed by or abandoned by. We're bringing all of that shit into the present. So we're not actually present. We're actually in the past, which is weird because only the present moment exists. But like our mind, our emotions are still there and still locked in the past. That's why shadow work, that's why healing our own shit, that's why it's so important. Okay. So I feel you kind of doing this shift from the past and then like worrying about the future. That's, a lot of people do this. They're, hurt from their past and then they're anxious about the future. And rarely are people ever actually present. So I feel you as, let's see, this is about your expansion. It's about remembering how to come into the present moment and recognize when you might be in the past. Recognizing when you're trying to project into the future. Okay? Because shifting, like doing the pendulum thing, that keeps you and disallows you from being present in the moment and dealing with what's coming now, with what's present now, which is everything. Right? Is everything. The healing that you want is now. The things that you might want to manifest in the future, quote unquote, are available here and now. Those frequencies, those vibrations, that feeling is here and now. So it's about coming back into the present moment, the future moment, the present moment. All right. So I would ask myself, my dear, where do you find yourself? Or do you find yourself in the past, in the future, and why? Is there stuff that's coming up from the past? Are you reliving old memories, old heartache, old stuff, emotional stuff? Is that what's coming up? Are you finding yourself in the future? Is it anxiety? What is it? Why? Okay. And then just see what comes up. Journal about what comes up, or self-reflect. Do some self-reflection. Okay. And that is going to help you with, okay. All right. I've been nice, and it's time to go bye-bye. All right. So, yes, I get I'm just going through a rough phase. I get it. I get it. You got it. It's just about keep on going. It's all a process of learning, really. And if you allow yourself to learn and be open to the feedback that you're getting, make adjustments, learn some more. What is the feedback you're getting? Okay, I'm gonna make adjustments. Rather than taking it so hard emotionally, and that's usually due to the fact that we have emotional stuff that we haven't fully processed. Okay, so be gentle with yourself, be kind, be compassionate with yourself, give yourself some grace. Okay, the other card here is about safety. All right, I know that's upside down, but this is how it came in, because this is how you feel to me. It doesn't quite feel safe in the present moment, in like the now moment, because the now moment, there seems to be something around not feeling safe in the present moment. It feels too fluid. It feels too unknown. But like, excuse me, we get to create. We get to create in this now moment. The nature of reality is fluid. It's malleable. It's pliable. It's multidimensional. And that can freak some people out. And it feels like maybe on like a subconscious level or an unconscious level, like that kind of, it feels like there is something like fear around that, of feeling like, wanting to feel more safe. This also feels like it pertains to past stuff, whether it's a past life or just back in childhood. It feels like childhood. It's associated with childhood too, but safety. And really that safety that you're looking for is now. Okay? You can only find it here and now and tap into it here and now, because that's all that there ever is, ever was, ever is going to be. The past is not really a thing. The future is not really a thing. It's always now, right? So it's finding your peace and safety here and now. And I would invite you to explore what is keeping me, aka you, from feeling safe in the now. And see what comes up. Okay? I'm going to leave it there. But we got now and we got safety. Okay? All right. Let's continue on. Okay. Was that... Because, okay, she says, losing my mom has affected me emotionally. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Emily. Was that recently? What I find, because I lost my mom in 2018. I lost my brother in 2021. And what I found is that energy that's released when they die, when people die, it's transformational for everybody around them, right? So like we're affected, the people they knew are affected in some kind of way. And you can actually utilize that energy to help you alchemize and go really, really deep. Because what death does is it actually helps us to dive down and like excavate the deep, dark stuff, the stuff that's unprocessed, the stuff that needs to be processed to help us move forward in a new way. That's what death allows us to access. And it's so important to be able to know that and like to work with that energy in a conscious way. And that's kind of what I learned through my own process of navigating that. And I know that not everybody's like, I wasn't at the end of July. So it's very still raw, and you're going to go through a grieving process. And the more you grieve, the more you're going to allow yourself to, number one, I'm sorry for your loss. My condolences, my dear. Let me remember the human part. Sending you so much hugs and love. So if anybody who feels called, please send Gunit some love. And allow yourself to grieve. Allow yourself to feel all of the things, because it's going to naturally bring up old stuff for you to process. It's something that happens naturally. Feel it. Don't run away from it. Okay? Feel all the things that you can feel. Whether it's sadness or anger, feeling depressed, all of the things. Just feel all of the things. Okay? Yeah, exactly. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. Exactly. It just changes form, and we can allow that, we can utilize that in our life to help us transform as well, is what I was saying. You're welcome. I hope that helps. Yep, exactly. Exactly. It's okay to be sad, happy, hurt, mad, lonely. You just gotta remember that the emotions are literally energy emotion. You're not the emotion, but it's the emotion that wants to move through you. So sometimes it's the energy of anger, of rage. Sometimes it's, happiness and, excitation. Just allowing it to move through you. All of the emotions are temporary. You're not the emotion, but just allow it to move through you. How much is the live reading? So Leonore, if you look at the bottom of the screen, there should be a poll there, or you pull it up there, right? So my paid services, right, are as follows. Okay, I'll put it like that so you can actually see everything. Right? There's all the things. Also, what I'm offering free general readings as well. Okay. The great thing about like paid services is that like there's more energy, because there's an energy exchange, right? There's a more, if you're paying for a reading, for example, there's more information available because you're going into an agreement with me there. You're feeling an energy. The center of your diaphragm. Ah, interesting. How do you let go of the emotions? You have to feel them. Because I guess I'll take it how I'm not sure maybe exactly that I'm understanding maybe the way that you're asking, but you let go of emotions by allowing them to move through you. Otherwise, if you're trying to like push your emotions away, that's actually creating resistance. And what you're doing is trying to bypass the emotion when that's not the purpose of being a human. We're here to feel everything, the unpleasant ones and the more pleasant ones. It's because we have some kind of a judgment towards, I don't want to feel sad, I don't want to feel heartbroken, I don't want to feel grief, I don't want to feel this. We create resistance, and that creates more suffering. It's all energetics. So if we just allow ourselves to feel without judgment, give ourselves some grace, realizing, okay, I'm having an emotion come up, and I'm just gonna feel it. It might feel, some type of way. Maybe I don't necessarily want to feel it, but I'm going to allow myself to feel it. And allow yourself to feel the things that come up. If it's anger, if it's rage, if it's feeling like, frustration, rejection, abandonment. It's important that we feel the things and we're present and accepting of the things that we feel. If we're moving into non-acceptance, I don't want to fucking feel this. I want to numb myself. no, there's no judgment. It gets to be your choice, your life, but you're creating resistance and you're not allowing yourself to actually move through the things, because the only way out is through. And that is especially true with emotions. Okay. Yeah, everything needs movement. Yeah, absolutely. Somatic. Yep. You got to let all of that energy move through your body. Otherwise it gets stuck in the body. Is it Venmo? It's all of them. Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah, you did pay through Venmo. So Lynn, oh, hold on. Let me go back. Leonore. All right, my dear Leonore, thank you for the donation. How may I be of service to you? Do you have a question? Are you open? What's up? Let me know how I can be of service. I feel like, oh, I get that. Okay, so 3 years and they're not gone, those emotions. Sometimes we can get stuck in them because they become like a comfort blanket. So that can be a possibility. Also, sometimes, I just came out of like a whole dark night of the soul, and it lasted like 6 years of like that. That was like, the bulk of what I needed to heal. Now there's going to always be things to, kind of heal and like let go of, but it was like the bulk, and it took me 6 years. So, sometimes it could be that they're comfortable and they're familiar, and we don't actually want to let them go because there's a payoff, and we want to, that happens a lot when we're operating in victim consciousness. Okay. Or it could be that, you still need to process other maybe components of those emotions. It kind of just depends. It kind of depends, Emily. Keep going. You want to, but your heart, it feels like maybe there's an attachment there. If you want to move on and you can't let go, there might be attachments. Okay. Yeah, that's beautiful, Samantha. I'm way behind in the comments. For me, it's getting connected to nature and letting her take it. Yeah, we can call in the angels, the angelic realm. Ask them to help me release, or you can even ask your highest self, how do I release this? Can you help me release this, please? Just please, and you don't have to incessantly ask, but you can set it as your intention. Please just help me release this. How do I release this? How can I come into greater alignment? What do I need to know? Because sometimes also why we're not able to let things go, it's because we're not receiving the lesson. So you can also ask, what do I need to know from this? What are these emotions trying to teach me? What do I need to learn? And be open. Be open. Rather, sometimes we can project our own reason onto it. Just be open and see what comes. You know what I mean? Ask it, and I would ask that and see what comes up. Okay? Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's, okay. That's the attachment, Emily. You're saying I'm fighting a lost cause with an addict. That's the attachment. It might be time to let that go. It gets to be your choice, right? But I feel like that is the attachment. That's what I was hearing in my head. Okay, I see you, Leonore. I want to I love this conversation. But Leonore paid for a reading. So I'm not seeing if you answered my question, Leonore. How can I help you? Are you looking for a general reading, or are you looking, do you have a question? How can I be of service? Do you want to go into relationship stuff or career or health stuff? That's beautiful. I love the connections that happen in the space. Relationship stuff? Okay, can you be a little bit more specific? You don't have to say all of the things. I just need to have you tap into the things and kind of be a little bit more specific so that I can tap into the relevant information. We'll get to your question here in a minute, Michael. Okay, Sam. Oh, no, hold on. That wasn't. Oh, no, I'm reading Leonore. Hold on. I got to find your question. Okay. Or your avatar. Soulmate. So soulmate. Okay. No problem. No apologies necessary, Michael. Okay, so soulmate. So let me just tap in to see if I'm going to connect to your energy. Okay, the other question that I'm hearing to ask is, are you asking if this person is a soulmate? Are you like currently connecting with someone that you think is your soulmate? Or are you asking about, is your soulmate coming in? What's the question here? Because that's going to help me go a little bit. Which way am I going? Are they coming in? Okay, I got you. All right. All right, all right. Okay. So you may or may not like what I'm going to say, but I'm just going to say it how it comes in. When I first started tapping in, you're kind of in a space right now where you're learning to be your own soulmate. And some people don't like that, and that's okay. You don't have to like it. I'm not asking you to like it, but sometimes that's just where we're at. Because we need to learn, how to be alone. We need to learn to get really connected with our needs, our values, to take care of ourselves. It's not that we're like fully giving up on stuff, but it's more about like the focus. Your focus needs to shift. Okay, so that was what I was hearing. It feels like it was coming from one of your guides. It was like she's learning how to be her own soulmate first. Okay, because sometimes when we get in a relationship, we can lose ourselves, right? We lose ourselves in the relationship. We become disconnected to who we are. There's all kinds of different dynamics that we can play out. And what is that? They're showing me a light around you. No, wait, what is that? It's, okay, maybe it's not. That's interesting. What is that? Okay. Okay, so it's like there's like parts. I kind of see you, and then I see parts of you kind of glowing. It's not like the light is around you. It's like there's parts of the light that it's like kind of glowing from within. And what I'm hearing is that there's spaces within you, like, because like there's lit up spaces, and then like there's dark spaces. So you're like kind of bringing in the light more into your entire being. And sometimes it's important to be alone to do that, to have that process, to disconnect from all other energies, not necessarily all other energies indefinitely, or all other energies or people, but like when we're going through like a spiritual awakening or a healing process, we may feel the need to naturally disconnect from certain things in order to heal and in order to reconnect to ourselves. So reconnect is a word that is being highlighted in my head right now. So this is about reconnection to you. Okay? It's literally what one of your guides said is like you're learning how to be your own soulmate right now. So that when that person finally does come in, you're actually the vibrational match. You're actually the version of yourself that is going to know who the fuck she is. She's gonna know who the F she is. She's gonna know her values. She's gonna know when shit ain't right to speak up. She's going to hold her own, right? So this is about you coming into greater alignment so that when you're in that alignment, when this other person comes in, you're like, it's almost like I'm hearing a soul contract, right? That person that you agreed, okay, you're going to be this version of yourself and I'm going to be this version of myself, or you're going to be this version of yourself. And if you're a different version of yourself, then that might not work. Does that make sense? So you have to be in alignment, in a certain alignment, for when that person comes in to actually make the thing happen. Okay? I know that's not what the question was, but like we're bringing that in first as like creating context. Okay? I like to create context. Because not everything is like cut and dry like people like to think, at least not in my world. Okay. Soulmate. Okay, this does have, okay, they're kind of showing me a line. It's not really a line because it's not straight, but they're showing me like a pathway to finding your soulmate, or to finding that person that you might refer to as a soulmate. And that's going to take a little bit of time. I'm actually hearing the word 2. That could be 2 months, 2 years. And that time or that timing is not necessarily set in stone. It depends on how receptive you are. How receptive you are to learning about yourself, learning more about yourself, learning who you are, what you want, why do you want a relationship, why do you want your soulmate, and getting to the bottom of that. Because here's the thing, and I'm not saying this is you, but I'm hearing to bring this in because someone else might need to hear it. Sometimes when we're talking about soulmates or twin flames or stuff, there's actually like, there's nothing wrong with those concepts. It's not the concept itself. But a lot of times what I've been able to tune into is that it's our projections. It's our own projection of like, oh, I want love so bad. And it comes from a deep place of desperation, or not feeling loved, or not wanting to be alone, not wanting to feel lonely. It comes from a deep wound. Not always. I'm saying it can come from a deep wound. And that's why some of those terms can be detrimental in a sense. Not that it is, but they can be, especially if we're projecting our wounds onto those concepts and those ideas. That makes sense? Okay, I'm not saying that this is you, but like I was hearing to say that. So I would get in touch very deeply into, why do I want my soulmate? Do I feel like I have something to give? Do I want to share those memories? Or do I feel like I'm tired of being alone? I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to die alone. Is it coming from fear or is it aligned in love? Okay. So that's why I'm hearing the two. They're taking me back to the two. So however receptive you are to your own process and really kind of going deep into your process, that is going to affect the timing. And it can be less. It can be less than 2 years. It can be more than 2 years. But they're giving me 2 for whatever reason. But it feels like around 2 years because like you need to shift into the version of yourself that you agreed to with them to be when you met. And if you're not that version, you're not going to meet that person. Okay? That's how it's coming through. So you still got some time. I would highly encourage you to get really clear, okay? To get really clear in yourself, know your values, your core values, and set standards, or if you want to date around. Figure, have fun without trying to like connect. So it's not about like not connecting deeply, but like having fun, not being so serious, and having the weight there, being like, oh, it needs to be this or else, I'm gonna be lost. And it's like it's coming from like a wound. Okay, so I'd get really, really clear on your values and your standards, what you're available for and what you're not. What's a deal breaker, what's not, and allow yourself to release and heal, because it feels like you still got there's a window. They're showing me a window of healing to move through before this person can actually come into your life. Okay? Because you guys agreed. It's like, here's the thing. You can feel it because that's why you're asking about it. That's why you're asking about the soulmate thing. Is he here? Or are they here? I don't want to assume. Are they here? Is she here? Are they here? Etc. Not quite yet, because you need to do some healing. This other person needs to do some healing in order to be the versions of yourself that you agreed to be when you met, so that you would know that you're the person. It feels like it's gonna be an instant recognition of like, wow, whoa. And then in that moment, I'm even getting like goosebumps all over my body. In that moment, you'd be like, I understand now. I understand. I needed to go through all of those things. I need to become very clear, because if we're not healing our stuff, sometimes we have distortions on our lenses and we're not going to be able to perceive that person. So you still got some healing to do, my dear. Okay, before that comes in. And when that person comes in, that's what I was going to say is, you'll be like, oh, it was all worth it. I would do it again in a heartbeat. If I had to do it again, I would do it. Because now I'm really clear and I see, like, it feels like a really instant connection. Like magnets coming together. Okay, polar opposites coming together. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Let me go in and up into. Okay, I just wanted to see. All right. So for those who are asking about like the, connecting to past loved ones, I do that. However, I only offer it in my paid services. Okay, my mediumship. I do that, but I do only offer it as a paid service. These right now are, I do offer free general, but I do offer mediumship as a paid service only because it takes quite a bit of energy for me to connect in that way. Okay, but I do know that there are other mediums and stuff like that out there, so that might be a better fit, etc. So but that, just throwing it out there. Okay. So Leonore says, yes, it definitely makes sense to me. Okay, thank you so much. I honestly feel so much better about it. Good. That's good. That's awesome. I'm glad. Yeah. I'm glad. Just do what you got to do in the meantime, because you never know, things can shift. Even when you have a reading and sometimes when things are said out loud, that can change the whole future and all of the possibilities and probabilities. It can shift them dramatically. So knowing this now, you can actually attract them, quicker. It just depends. But I would get really, really immersed in you and figuring you out first, because that needs to be the relationship that gets to be the relationship that is established first, so that, if you ever do get in another relationship, you can be able to sense, maintain this relationship, and also be able to sense if your relationship with yourself is out of balance or out of alignment, or, does that make sense? You want to be able to be connected here first, so that when you get in a relationship with anybody else, doesn't matter if it's romantic, platonic, business, friends, family, you know that you can take care of this relationship first, because then it's from that place of peace and calm and alignment you can respond to all of the different situations that might arise in a way that is in alignment with like who you want to be. Okay. I've been bouncing back a lot with it. Okay. I was actually feeling great here. Good. That's good. I hope that helps. And you got this. You know what I mean? Just keep going, loving on yourself. I was in a 10-year relationship and definitely lost myself. And I personally am getting back to myself. Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing. Sometimes, because I know I definitely did that. I would bounce from relationship to relationship. Granted, they were long-term relationships, but I never allowed myself to get in touch with myself. And that was one of the greatest disservices I did for myself, because I never allowed myself to come back to me, because I didn't know who the hell I was. So get to know who you are and what you love and your needs, and meeting your needs, and fall in love with yourself first. Okay? That's the best advice I could give you. All right? So lots of love to you, Lenore. I'm glad that it resonated. Do your thing. And yeah, I'm glad. Thank you for the exchange, my lovely. All right, Michael, you were asking about spirit guides, right? Who else? Okay, I'm actually hearing two things come in. We could talk about spirit guides, or we can do a group, clearing, some group energy work. Let's take a vote. We'll probably end up doing both, to be honest. But who wants to hear about spirit guides? And then who wants to ask, or who wants to do, who's open for some energy work? Yeah, Michael, you're in for both? I actually feel, I must feel like the energy work. Samantha, you're both? all of you? All of me. I don't know what that means. Both? Okay. We're going to do energy work first. Okay. That's what I'm actually feeling now that I'm tapping in a little bit deeper. So What I'm hearing is to ask, what is most weighing you down right now? If you could put it in 1 or 2 words, what is weighing you down most right now? I wish I could like swipe this. Can I swipe it? I can't swipe it. Somebody sent me an invite. I'm like, no, I can't do this right now. Health and finances. Okay. Oh, Samantha, I love you. I'm sending you love. Your own thoughts, death, loneliness. Yeah, so a lot of heaviness. A lot of heaviness. A lot of heaviness. Anybody else want to chime in? You don't have to. Anger, relationship stuff. I'll just say relationship stuff. Which is okay. I see you. Is it Melrose? Is that your name? That's a really unique name. I love that. Melrose. Melrose. I like it. Relationship and finances. I feel like I'm frozen in time, but life is still happening. That's trauma. That's trauma, Samantha. That's what I'm hearing. It's trauma. Like when we have like a lot of trauma, or just something that significant happened that we view as traumatic, or like it really affected us, we can get stuck there. Oh, okay. I got you. I was gonna say, I want to call you Rose. Like I want to call you Rose. Like you have that frequency of a rose. It's the first and middle combo. Got you. So is it Melanie Rose? I love that. It's beautiful. Yeah, Rose. You have the frequency of a rose. Oh, my love died to save me. Okay, so there's a lot of like heavy stuff. Yeah, right. So there's, okay, Samantha, yeah. I can see that. Yeah, that's the trauma. That's where the trauma is. Okay. All right, my dears. So you don't necessarily have to close your eyes, but I'm going to close your eyes. So I'm going to close your eyes. What? I'm going to close my eyes. You can feel do whatever you feel. But I'm going to close my eyes because that helps me to tune into the individual and the collective energy. And I'm just going to tap into all of the highest selves here. And if you will, I want everybody here to tap into their highest self. You can close your eyes if you want, but just take some deep breaths and center yourself. And I want you to connect to your higher self. And maybe your higher self floats above you. Maybe your higher self is beside you. Maybe it's within you. Just connecting wherever your higher self is. And just setting the intention to connect with your higher self. That's really the key here. Even if you can't sense it or feel it, just know it. Okay? And as you connect to your higher self, I want you to intend and ask your higher self to help you release these lower emotions or these lower states of being or the trauma, whatever it is that you, like the anxiety about relationships for Rose, right? That it felt like anxiety, like I'm not sure what's going to happen. So maybe you want to release the anxiety. Maybe you want to release the trauma and the grief. Maybe you want to release the anger. So just setting your intention and asking, help me to release, support me in releasing, fill in the blank. And adding on to that, I am receptive to become aware of whatever I need to become aware of, whatever medicine I need, whatever I'm required to know, to learn. I am open and receptive to that medicine. I am open and receptive to becoming aware. I am open and receptive to releasing, to letting go, and becoming aware. Something along those lines, right? So the things here are your intentions of what do you want to let go, and what do you need to become aware of. Those are the two things. So that you can move forward, so that you can release it completely, so that you can heal. And with that, I just want you to become aware of all of the other higher selves that are in this space with us, or in the space with you. And I'm going to ask all of the higher selves to link up at this time. And just feeling the love. Feeling whatever you feel. This might induce some tears, but let them flow. That's okay. There's no judgment. This is a safe space. Okay? So I want you to just keep breathing deeply. Hakala ma'aya amalahos. Shikiale akaana tekiana ta'uah. Akiana na alaha tekiata amaku. Shianata yasaku. Ikiala na te yasikia wasa. Just feeling whatever comes up. And I just want you to feel inside your body. Haka aka anatelea ma'ua sikia matatias. Whatever sensations, aka makata la sikia nata. Tingles, warmth, coolness, haka la ama ama yasana. Just feeling your body. Aka mata umaaya. Atikia mata. Alaka. I'm going to call in the emerald ray, and we're going to beam that right into the front and the back of the heart. To help those who are grieving, to help the heart release anger and hurt and heartbreak and grief. Ikiwasana ikuwasana tetiasana kia la mahasi wa makia. We're gonna bring in the rainbow ray, halekia mata, and we're gonna shoot that into. We're gonna beam that straight into the crown. Akue ehuwa hamale hasaniku anate asadata. Salama ako anate hatatahama kata anata. Kushena uma. Shikia la mea te umaka na te yasekia. Lekoya na mea sekoya se shia na te yase. Akoya uke uwa maele yasa. So keep breathing deeply. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth with a sigh. Alekia mata, akia we seata, ambekia la anate. Calling forth as 1,000 0-point angels that are in this space to surround you now. Hakalea makata nakata wasishia. Lea makia amawayase. Sanatekia sanata. Lekia amaka atatatata. Asking them to help you release, to support you in releasing these heavy, dense energies. Aka anate elesekia. And to bless you with the light of awareness, the light of realization. Aka anate, so that you may learn what you need to learn so that you may move forward. Ku hi anahas she inalama ku asekiata. Samaku maleate. Ku ma atekiate. Just sitting in it, allowing yourself to feel and breathe. Breathe and feel. Hekia la kia ma moele ahand te kia wale mau a se shikia ata ata ata. Hama alea yamole. Still allowing that emerald ray to beam into the front and the back of the heart, dissolving any walls, dissolving any grief, and supporting you in releasing these dense emotions. You just gotta feel it. What's coming up? Is it anger? Is it grief? Are they tears? And you're just feeling the raw emotion? Whatever it is, just feel it. Notice how beautiful it is to release and let go and grieve, to let go of the anger, to let go of the anxiety, just to release. And as you feel whatever emotion or feeling it is, you allow more clarity, more light, the light of awareness to penetrate deeper into your consciousness. So feel as deeply as you can, my love. Feel as deeply as you can. Allow yourself to let go and give yourself permission to let go. A lot of us, we've become so familiar with the pain, and we feel like if we let that pain go, then we're also letting go of that person, or, you know, it keeps things stuck in our field if we continue to grasp. However, if we realize and remember that when we clear the things that are no longer serving us, we're actually creating space so that more blessings, more awareness, more things that are truly in alignment with our new vibrational frequency can manifest into our world. We can be open now. We're creating space. But while you are holding on to the anger, the anxiety, the grief, new things can't come in because you already have that space taken up. So allow yourself to release and let go what you're able to let go of. You don't want to force it. If you're unable to let it go, that's okay. Let go of what you can. Allow yourself to just release and let go. Release and let go, and breathe and let go, and breathe and release. Continuing to breathe deeply. Breathing in deeply. Breathing out deeply. Allowing yourself to release and breathe and release and breathe and let go of what no longer serves you. Creating space and spaciousness in your field for more love, more joy, more passion, a greater degree of alignment, to then move into your space. Selewea, mo koelea asana, kua leki ma le kawa, kia sana ale amawa, kale amaka anatiki isi shiowa, kele ama anete siki ale yasa, e shiki ale ako ma aku uesishi. Ekela ka mo ua sashiata. Esi ishia sanati la mo ua. Lekiasa. And just feel, how does the light language make you feel? What does it bring up? Akale kia mo ua sikiata nata lo. Kia mawa lea sikia nate la amawe. Sanate ole kia tate la maka ua siniti akete yasa. Ikia male oya sikia mata le kia oesi. And I'm going to call in the frequency of the phoenix. Kua male se, so that you akanate may allow yourself to die. Allow the old things to die, the old emotions, the old grief, the anxiety, the old versions of you. Allow them to die so that you may be reborn, resurrected, and reknown in a new way. So that you may be born again from your own ashes. Allow yourself to let go and breathe and breathe and release. And just when you think you can't let go of, you can't let go of anymore, allow yourself to release that as well. Release your suffering, my love. Release your pain. You don't need it. You're called to do great things in this life. You're called to make a great impact in this life. And as long as you hold on to your grief and your pain and your suffering, you will be held back by those things and unable to go where you are meant to go. You'll be unable to make the impact you came here to make. And it is okay and it is safe to let go of these things. I know that they are familiar. They are comfortable, like a blanket that is warm. But it is indeed safe to release that which has been comfortable and warm and familiar, so that you may step into the unknown and grow into the version of yourself that you're meant to be. This happens by way of the phoenix. Through the great transformation you are meant to undertake, burning away all that is not you, that was never you, but you identified on some level as being you. They were merely projections of others, what others told you how to be, how to think, how to act, how to feel, what you could be, what you couldn't be. Allow yourself to release those things because they were never you. Lame koi inele asekia alaka yamoyas shikui ele amakia anate maha aseshikiata anata. And we're just going to help to balance the energy and ground it. We're going to start wrapping up here. We're just balancing and grounding. Grounding and balancing. Allow yourself to lighten up by releasing what has been weighing you down. May this serve you to release whatever is no longer serving you. Whatever pieces that can be released today have been. May this serve you in your own alignment, empowerment, upliftment, and remembrance of who the fuck you actually are. So that as you remember more and more who and what you actually are, you align to the you that is eternal and divine. And so it is. So, as y'all come back to this space, allow your in your own timing. Let me know how that went. Was that good? Samantha, you're welcome. It was much needed, yeah. I could feel everybody in the room releasing quite a bit. Okay. Hi, Taryn. How are you, my dear? We just did some energy work. Did you just come in? Looks like you just came in. How are you? Hi, Candy. Or, yeah, oh no. It's the candle shop. I don't know why I said Candy. I just wanted to call you Candy. Hi. You just got here? Okay, yeah, we were just doing some energy work. Let's do, okay, let's do, as you guys come back, let me know how that went for you. Feel free to share in the comments what you experienced. You don't have to, but you feel free to share what your experience was with that. Michael, you saw white pulsing, like a white light pulsing when you close your eyes. That feels like that was the angels. I called in the angels around everybody to like surround everybody and to help with the releasing. So there's a lot going on. So let's do a last call for the free generals, which is this. You know, leave a comment with your name if you'd like a free general. So you felt some stuff too, Nan? Thank you. I could sense light and felt a shift. Yeah, there was a definite shift that happened. So I would definitely encourage everybody to drink. Where is my water? drink lots of water to help you release and bring water to your cells so that it can flush it out, flush all the toxins and stuff, all the things. Samantha says, I understand what I need to do. I can let go of the hurt and still keep Crystal. Oh my gosh, that gave me such, that's powerful. That is so powerful. I can feel it in my body. I can feel the revelation and like the epiphany, and I can feel the shift. It's literally giving me goosebumps and shivers all through my body. That's so beautiful. So you felt a release. Top of your head was tingling, emotional. Yeah, there was definitely some, definitely quite a bit of emotions releasing. Pulse in your temple. Yeah, the instinct to drink water. Yeah, I get that. That's beautiful. So there was a pretty big release. Lots of water for the next couple of days because that's going to help you release. And yeah, I'm glad that you guys felt some things. It's 11:11 here. So divine timing. I love it. I love it. I love it. So thank you, Taryn, for liking the live. I like it. I like it. I like my little thing. It's 1:11. Yeah. Nice. 10:11 in LA. We on that 11:11 train right now. Okay. So let's do our last call for free readings and paid readings. So if you do want a free general, just leave a comment with your name. Okay. And to remind everybody, I think the poll should still be up as for like the paid services. But we got readings and energy work and mediumship and multidimensional mediumship and like DNA activation. Okay, so that's my paid services. Paid services always go first and get on the list. And if you do pay for a service, then again, just a reminder, all the links to donate are on my profile. And then once you donate and all that thing's done, let me know in the comments that you donated because it doesn't always show up on my phone right away. Okay, so it's last call. Let's do this thing. Yeah. So Michael, the spirit guide tips. I was actually feeling some of that come in when I was facilitating. So the spirit guide stuff is, I would set an intention to connect with your lead spirit guide. I would set some intentions. You can do it written. You can just speak it out loud. But I would make sure to say excuse me, sorry. There's a lot of stuff moving. I would make sure to say something along the lines of, like I would like to connect to my lead. I don't know. Is it lead? Do I want to say lead? Like your lead your highest, most benevolent lead spirit guide. Because sometimes we can have false guides and we want to make sure that they have our highest interest at heart. And we want to make sure that they're like high benevolent. Sometimes people have false guides, kind of masquerading as like, I'm a guide. And it's like, no, the fuck, you're not. So you want to like make an intention that they're high benevolent and that you want to connect with them. Okay, so setting your intention is going to be your first thing. Okay, and you just want to connect with one. So what I'm hearing to bring in here also is that, like, I've never, like, I know I have guides and they come in at different times, but I've never really gotten to like know them. I've made it a point to connect to my higher self. So that can be another point of reference to connect to your highest self, because that's you. Whichever way you want to go, just set the intention. Your intention is going to be everything. Okay. And then I would set some other intentions like, I want to connect, right? I want to connect to my high benevolent spirit guide. That's, my main, not lead spirit guide, my main spirit guide. Okay. And then I would say something like, speak to me in ways that are clear and that I can't explain away. Something along those lines. So just so that it's coming to you in a way that's clear, that it's your guide. Okay. And then I would be receptive to kind of seeing how they want to connect. I want to connect, because sometimes our perceptions of things can be limited. Like, show me that you're around me. What's your name? What can I call you? Or whatever whatever you want to know. But you got to be receptive. So, and that requires we attune ourselves to much subtler realms, much more subtle vibrations and frequencies and perceptions of reality. So it will probably also simultaneously attune you to much more subtle, like the subtleties. Okay. With that, let's see. I feel like there was something else that was going to come in, but I would say, I want to connect and see what comes in. I would sit for maybe 5-10 minutes and see what comes in. Do you start to hear a song in your head that, has certain lyrics that you're like, oh, that's interesting? Do you get like a flash of like an old memory that brings a certain thing to your mind that you would relate to maybe a guide or a quality? You know what I mean? A quality of a guide is what I meant to say. Learn to listen and perceive on much more subtler, like nuanced, very subtle. So I would sit there, I would set the intention, say the thing, speak to me in ways, and then like sit there for 5 to 10 minutes, see what you get. You can even journal it afterwards. I got nothing. Okay, cool. Then be open and aware, because our guides don't always come in and like say the things right in the moment. And sometimes they do, but we're not really allowing ourselves to perceive it necessarily. So you want to be open at all times. Oh, okay. Oh, I see now. That's interesting. That makes me think of that's my spirit guide. Okay. And then like just trust what comes in. So it's really an exercise in trust. It's an initiation into trust, and it's an initiation into using your own intuition to like connect. Um, I've always kind of just gone with gone. I've always been connected to the angelic realm, Angelica. Does that make sense? But so it's kind of been a little bit, I've either connected with angels or my highest self. I've never really connected with guides, but it's kind of the same. It's the same premise. Be like, okay, I want to connect to, whether it's Archangel Metatron or my main spirit guide. It's the same thing. Okay. And you just want to, the more you listen and you acknowledge, that was you. I know it was you. Okay. And don't try to explain it away. I know that was you. And the more you acknowledge that, it creates a communication. It starts to create a dialogue, and it starts to open you up to receiving the much more like subtle, nuanced vibrations and perceptions and awarenesses. Okay. Does that make sense? It's kind of basic, but like the basics actually create foundation, very, very strong foundation. So just start with basics. Like, I want to get to know you. I want to get to know my high benevolent main spirit guide, and then just see what comes in. Okay. Been meditating to meet them, but nothing so far. Do you hear like songs or phrases in your head? I feel like I'm picking up on like it might come clairaudiently to you, so you might hear things, Michael. So I would see what like, because sometimes they even can come in as thoughts, right? We can almost also hear them as thoughts. So I would journal just like any, oh, well, I heard this in my head. Not sure if this is like my spirit guide, but like I'm going to write it down. You know what I mean? I'm just going to write it down. You sent me a Venmo? Okay. All right. I'm in the same place. I'm trying. What's up, Empress? How are you, my dear? It's nice to see you. I'm in the same place. I'm trying to meet them, and I've done several guided meditation sessions. All right. All right. That's giving me an idea. It's giving me an idea. I'm like, because I'm creating a community, where we're going to do like a lot of healing stuff. And then, there's going to be different options to go deeper, as well as, but like, that's a really great, even on a live over here. What's up? Thank you. It's Kelly, right? Isn't it Kelly? I want to say it's Kelly. It's just like a cool, because I'm a little different. I'm like, I'm just going to go straight to source. Fuck all this other shit. But I do know that, other people, there are people that want to like meet their spirit guides and see what comes in. And that's a really good idea. I think that it is Kelly. Yeah, that's what I thought. You're at the beginning of your spiritual journey. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Open, no, I wouldn't say just be open. But it's such a beautiful time because so much information, and you're like mind blown at all these things, and you're like, oh my God, it's just like such a catalytic time that just sparks like rapid transformation. Thank you, Erin. All right, Taryn, you said, all right, speaking of multidimensional, okay. So Taryn, you paid for multidimensional. Thank you for that, my dear. Love you, love to facilitate you. Let me write you down here so that I can keep track. So are you looking to connect specifically or open? So you would love some ideas for directions to go on, like as it pertains to connecting to like guides and stuff? Is that what you're saying, Empress? So am I just started opening a month ago, and yes, so much information. Yeah, it is. It can be, okay. I'm so freaking pumped. You guys make me so pumped to like get my shit going. I have the group done. It's just getting the other stuff around it so that things are easy and like you can just click and click and click and join and do the thing, and you know, you're like, it's all set up. But like, thank you guys for sharing this. It makes me pumped. One time I heard them by accident before I went to bed talking to each other. Was it by accident though? Was it by accident? You think you're a little crazy at first. I know I did till I healed through societal yeah, absolutely. Yep. Like, am I going crazy? Actually, for me, I didn't feel like I was going crazy. I was like, everything fucking makes sense. But like, I was like, I haven't been the crazy one all this time. It's the societal constructs. It's what it is the inverted matrix. And you're starting to become aware of the inverted matrix. And you're like, holy shit. Let's connect with the guide. All right. So just anyone in general or specific, Taryn? Yes, or even no, or even how to start and get fully connected. So it's a process, right? It's like, so if I always compare things to bodybuilding because I used to be a bodybuilder, but like it goes for everything. So you don't just go into the gym one day and then you're a bodybuilder, right? You got to put in your reps. So it's about establishing a connection and like learning, like being open to learning. How does that conversation go, right? I'm getting like an idea. It's basically a process of learning how that dialogue, how that communication is happening, because it just, I would say for the most part, it doesn't just happen on one level. Like you want to like hear the things or you want to see the visions. It doesn't always happen like that. They have such a wide range of conduits and ways for you to perceive and understand that there's a connection, there's a communication happening. Sometimes that happens through songs, sometimes that happens through social media. Like you see something, you're like, oh shit, you know, like, holy cow. And that's like your guides or your higher self talking. Sometimes that is, sometimes they can come through other people, right? Here, like here on the lives. Sometimes it can happen through all kinds of things. You know, like the clerk at the grocery store. It can come through like a label on a box of cereal. And you're like, whoa, you know what I mean? It can be really subtle and really nuanced. And so it's literally an initiation of learning the deeper forms of communication and learning how to perceive and be receptive to those like subtle layers, because sometimes it can be really subtle. Hope that makes sense. For me, it's always like, why do I know these things? Because you're claircognizant, Taryn. You're claircognizant. You just know. I have that too. It's like you just know. You know things, you don't know how you know, but you know. That's claircognizance. I was in a reading and the person told me it was by accident. Got you. I got you. The making sense. Oh, the making sense part came after the I'm insane part. I love it. But isn't that beautiful? You're like, I'm insane. Oh no, everything makes sense. Got it. So anyone? Okay. All right. It's hard if you don't know what clairsenses you have. Yeah, exactly. For me, I'm claircognizant. And it's weird because of a sudden I just know things and I don't know why. Yeah. And the more that you just accept that, like, sometimes you just know things, the more normal it is, and then it like kind of opens that channel even more. And the more you put in your reps, the more you trust, trust yourself, the more you learn discernment about what energies or what like the thoughts, the quality or the texture of the thoughts are coming through, where is that coming through? It's a whole process. It's like going to the gym and learning what machines will build your calves as opposed to which ones are going to build your back. You know what I mean? So it's it's a whole it's just about muscle building. You get a lot of synchronicities. Yeah. When my guides are pushing something for me. Yep, exactly. So we all have different ways. Sometimes it's the synchronicities, and sometimes some people have a lot more synchronicities than others. Yeah. So you're just learning that you're claircognizant too, Empress. Yeah, but like once you know, you're like, oh, this makes sense. Okay, got it. And that's when the fun begins. All right, so let's do Taryn's reading. Taryn wants to connect multidimensionally to a guide, which is beautiful. Thank you for facilitating this, Taryn. So I'm just going to connect. I swear for me, they're like, we need to just put these thoughts in our head or she won't trust us. Yeah, there can be so many different, there can be so many different ways or different reasons why, because, right? Because like we need to, there's like some kind of lesson. To me, that's what I see it as. It's like, oh, there's some kind of lesson. There's a reason why you're saying the things, because like I need to learn the things, or I need to, like you said, it's a lesson in trust. Okay. So I'm going to connect to your energy, Taryn. And as soon as I do, I actually feel, sense, and see a blue energy around you. I hear ice blue, but it's not so icy. It's maybe not so bright. It's a little bit more of a muted ice blue, I guess you could say. That's the color that I'm sensing as this energy comes in. Let me listen for a second, because there's like some interesting things going on. Ah, okay. All right. I got you. All right. So this is a bit of an androgynous energy. It's not really male or female. It's more like neutral or gender neutral, right? But it shows itself as blue. It's coming in as blue at the moment. This feels, again, expression, blue. I would also ask, I'm also feeling called to ask you, Taryn, what do you associate blue with? Anything specific? Like what color do you, like if you feel into that color, like a muted ice blue, what do you associate it with? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Lady Starlight, like, me too. Yeah, for sure. This this guy? Okay, I was just hearing to say, it's no right or wrong. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you said the sky. I want you to feel into how vast the sky is. That no matter where you go on the earth, there's the sky. that no matter how many clouds may come in, the sky is still there. The sky is everywhere until you move beyond it. This feels more like it's very interesting, a temporary guide. I feel like this feels also connected to an animal, like an animal guide. But there's something with the sky. It's like it goes on and on and on and on until like you move past Earth, right? But the sky is everywhere. You can't like get beyond the sky unless you leave Earth, right? Or you go into like the center of the Earth, which is a different. It's different. So think of the symbolism within the sky. It's always there. It's ever present. You can trust that the sky is always going to be there. And here's a funny thing that keeps coming in every time I say the sky. The sky sounds a lot like this guy. And even though this energy feels more androgynous, more gender neutral, it's like, oh, well, this guy is always there. So you can think of this spirit guide as always being there. He does feel like a little bit more temporary, that he's actually, or this energy's guiding you. Hold on. Okay. All right. This guide guides you, or is helping you. What I hear is sense of self. So I would say developing your sense of self, understanding your sense of self, creating a sense of self, and like really understanding who you are. And that also comes in with blue, like expression, who you are, how you express, your authenticity, your uniqueness. Oh, what is that? I'm feeling, what is that? Is that where I'm feeling, I'm feeling a warm spot on the right side of my head, kind of towards the middle, but like it's for sure on the right side. And it's like my scalp is super hot right there. I'm not sure what this is. It almost feels like it goes into my brain. I'm just trying to figure out what this is. But anyway, I'm feeling like but this is, it feels like I'm asking him like, is this how she would like feel you? Is this where you would come in? Is this where like the connection is? Like what's going on here? But I feel the hot spot on my head, and it feels associated with this person, or this guy. Let me see. And I'm not sure how that relates to this part of your head, but this guide is helping you with your sense of self, creating your sense of self, but also like it also moves into your identity, how you identify, as well as disidentifying with like the parts of like the societal constructs, the things that like aren't you. Disidentifying with like the trauma, disidentifying with the beliefs that disallow you from expanding and knowing who you are. Doesn't come in with a name, but you could probably call this energy sky if you wanted to. that's what I hear. If you need like a name like sky, because then you think of blue and it activates your head, activates your brain in a way to connect with the energy of blue. So you could call that energy sky, or you can call that guide sky. Sky guide. Okay, all right. So it is also connected to an animal. I keep seeing owl, like a horned owl. So this guide can there's something about his forms or their form, like, what are you trying to say? Sometimes they will come in the form of an owl. That's how. I'm like, wait, how do I say this? So sometimes you might feel them in the top of your head. And if you ever see an owl, whether it's like on a magazine or in a book, or like you actually see an owl, that's this guide. Like more specifically though, a horned owl. And I would also encourage you to like look up like the spiritual meaning of like horned owl and see if there's any, like, see what resonates. Don't just take everything, but like see what resonates. Oh, there's this, because there's something about like more information being connected to information that you research. Okay, but this guide feels connected to the great horned owl, or just a horned owl. The great horned owl? Interesting. I don't know why I said that. Because is that what that is? Interesting. I don't know. There's because the horned owl, right? It looks like he's got little horns. And how they come in, like symbolically, is like antennas. It's like those are his antennas. And there's also something around using the symbolism of having antennas on your head to receive to tune into, like, turn your dial to the appropriate channel that is going to bring in not only the relevant information that you're looking for, but from a high benevolent space, a high benevolent, you're receiving that from a high benevolent space. Okay. So there's symbolism there. Sky. this guide is also to helping to connect. Like they're already connected, but like, I guess you could say release any blockages and open the channel or the connection between the I was gonna say the heart, the throat and the heart, and even like down into the solar plexus a little bit. So loving communication, kind communication, knowing when to say, what's appropriate, when not to say something, when it's not relevant, when it would maybe be crossing a boundary, or, you know, when it would be unsolicited, etc. So like that's kind of the general, one of the general things that this guide does help with. Ooh, what is that? This guide is okay. I think I know what the burning the burning in my scalp was, because I got like a pain in my hand here. So it's specific to the right side, and the right side I associate with like the masculine energy. So it feels like this guide also is helping you to integrate the divine masculine templates, the divine masculine medicine, not toxic, not wounded, but divine masculine energy. And there's some releasing around belief systems that it's kind of like the masculine, maybe masculine, like people, male people in your family or your lineage, or people you were around when you were a kid that were male, may have instilled in you around expression, like putting you in a box in a way that like that's not me. It would also cut off your clear senses. So this guide is also helping you to release the distortions around the masculine energy and any resistance around masculine energy. I don't know if you feel like sometimes you're like, fuck men, fuck them, fuck this, you know, they're stupid, or they're, you know what I mean? Those are false beliefs. Okay. So they could be, you know, sometimes if we've had like a lot of bad experiences with men, it's really has to do with our point of attraction around men, which correlates to the wounds, right? The core wounds that we've had around relationships with the masculine that will continue to repeat these patterns. And then we start blanketing it, not realizing it unconsciously. I hate men. They're stupid. They cheat. They're no good. They're all pigs. They're all dogs. Like, these are all false beliefs. There's also curses and spells around those false beliefs in order to keep them instilled in people that are not willing to see past those illusions. Don't know why I'm saying that, but that's what's coming through. Okay. But this guide is helping you to release any distortions around the masculine. And you can also ask Sky to help you, or whatever you want to call this, I'm just saying Sky because that came in, but you can also ask Sky to help you release distortions or any false beliefs or any blanketed beliefs around the masculine energy, whether that's within you or, I mean, it's always within you on some level, like any beliefs that might perpetuate how men or masculine energy shows up in your field. Okay. That's another thing that Sky can help with, because it's making my brain hurt up here. And it's not even my brain, it's my scalp. Like, I can feel my scalp hurt. But it goes into, like, it penetrates into the brain. I don't know how to describe it other than that. Okay. As well as the hand, your actions, right? So it's like how we perceive through mental projections, or our beliefs, our thoughts that create feelings, emotions that then create actions. So with that wounded or toxic masculine energy, it's also affecting like your actions, from belief to action, which then yields a result. Okay, so this guy this Sky is help you, support you in releasing the distortions around masculine energy, because like I keep saying it's not it's an androgynous energy. It's very incorporated. It's very one. Like, I'm not male, I'm not female, I'm just an energy. And because of the level of integration, he makes a very good guide to help you integrate this in a way that is not going to take you into, how sometimes, we have the women's movement around, but guys, women's empowerment, and like, it's all about bashing men. That's the other extreme. He wants to bring you, or not he, Sky wants to bring you into a neutral place. That makes sense? More into neutrality rather than, oh, fuck men and fuck that masculine energy. You know what I mean? Bashing. But if we do that, we're just rejecting an aspect of ourselves. So he's here to help you integrate it in a way, that masculine and feminine energy, in a way where it keeps you balanced and keeps you neutral. And it keeps you centered and more unified. Okay? It's just because you're still learning, like you're like kind of not, I mean, like in the beginning, middle, I guess wherever you would classify yourself of your spiritual journey, it's still kind of new. And so you're still kind of like figuring out, so, going through all of the information, figuring out where you want to go, sorting through all the information, figuring out where you want to go, sorting through all the information, figuring out where you want to go. Who do I want to be? Who am I? Who am I actually? So I would call on him, or I keep saying him, I would call on Sky to help you really find neutrality, really find balance. Especially if you feel imbalanced, especially if you feel like you're moving into, fuck men, fuck women, like whatever it is, you know what I mean? Especially if you find yourself moving into any type of wounded, blanket, limited, fear-based beliefs around how women show up or how men show up, because this guide will help you to come into a neutral state of a neutral point of reference, like 0 point. And this guide is going to be here until you integrate and embody this. And then he'll probably, I keep saying he'll, and then Sky will probably leave. He feels more temporary, but he's here to help you integrate masculine, feminine into a balance, into unity, into oneness. Okay? Okay, and now we got some codes. So as to help activate this even further, now that you've become more aware and conscious. So I just want you to picture whatever hue of blue comes to your mind. I just want you to imagine or sense or know, because you're a knower, right? So just like bring whatever color of blue or several shades of blue, and I just want you to focus on the blue, okay? And that goes for anybody else watching that wants to receive this. Halami, Halama awa hia anaka wale anahas. Shiki wale amaka alema wiaha natiki. Lekia tamahalaka wale hea kanati lia hasane iatata. Kiawa mawole moma lehas. Shewa shamale kumahai hase. Kuya sene kule mate ane ti ale kiana te kia amawa. Akia sene te ia salamata o akiana te lekia. Lekia la mea wasene lekia. Oe anamata. Take a deep breath. Breathe in that delicious energy. And then exhale all of the shit, all of the toxicity, all of the woundedness. Breathe in that deliciousness. And then exhale what no longer serves. Breathe in that deliciousness of your authentic, divine, true self. And release what is not you. Never has been, never was, never will be. And feeling the connection between you and this guide. You and Sky, whatever you want to call them. And allowing that connection to inform any next actions, inspired actions, awarenesses, insights, messages. Allowing yourself to receive that direct link, that direct connection. And allow yourself to know, I'm connected to you. I got you. I see you. I feel you. I know you. And just feeling that connection. The cord, you could say, between you and this guide flowing freely, flowing openly, you being fully receptive to what Sky has to offer, what Sky has come to help you learn and know and understand about yourself. Allowing yourself to receive freely, openly, free-flowing, no obstructions, completely open to knowing, to receiving that information that benefits you and is for your highest and best good only, that is relevant to you in your growth. And as he disconnects from my field, not from yours, that is the end. We come to the end of the reading. Okay, let's see. Let's start that back up again. All right. Let's see. Let me scroll back through the comments and see what Taryn has to say. We do. We have permanent guides that stay with us all our life, and then we have ones that come in depending on like what cycle of life we're in. You actually have an owl tattoo. Okay. Makes sense. I feel like for me, it's about letting go and not holding grudges from the men who have hurt me. Yeah. Yeah. Because I kept hearing fuck men, fuck men, fuck men. I'm like, okay, this gotta make sense somehow. But that makes sense. And not letting them or their actions define me. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah, you're the only one that gets to do that. And you're the only one that has authority to do that. When we allow other people to define us, or like that fuck men type of mentality, we're actually giving our power away. So by doing that and like just like kind of going through that whole process that you seem to be in of like letting go and not holding the grudges, you're actually taking your power back. Okay, so I would say, because I mean, it's blue, right? Blue is like about our expression, but that's confidence, that's our power. Like the solar plexus is about power, but it's about power in a different way. This is about power in our expression and like who we're giving away power to. It can be from both the throat and the solar. But there's minor like differences and samenesses. But yeah, it feels like this guide is helping you to also take your power back. And I'm a bad bitch who is no longer giving her power away. Fuck yes. Can I get an amen? Yes, exactly. Exactly. You're here to own that shit. You're here to own your power. In a way that is imbalanced and authentic to you. And sometimes, you know, it looks different for each moment. You know what I mean? So good for you. You bad bitch, you. I love it. All right, my dears. Any last comments, remarks? Amen. I'm definitely not giving away. I am so excited to open it all the way up. Yeah, that's absolutely, that's beautiful. Yeah, because I mean, it's the empowerment of that divine feminine, right? You know, it's been suppressed and repressed for so long because of like the patriarchal, distorted, toxic, masculine energy of control and domination and violence and war and control through fear, etc. That the divine feminines, or even like those who identify as women, are learning to release all that shit without saying fuck men, fuck men. But sometimes we got to go through that phase, to be honest. I do have to say Adam has taken a step back, misfeeling him. He has. yeah, all of the different guides will come in as we need them. And maybe step forward, step back, so as to help us in our journey, depending on where we're at. But yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. As always, thanks, love. You're welcome. Thank you, my dear. All right. So that was beautiful and lovely. If anybody, I'll probably be back tomorrow night. I wasn't on last night because I was like so tired. But I'll probably be on tomorrow night again for more free and paid services, readings, etc. So join me then. And that's going to be it for me tonight. I'll see you. Have a beautiful Samhain, Halloween, whatever you call it, Tuesday. And we'll see you again next time. Okay? Yay! I'll see you tomorrow, Empress. See you guys. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Mwah. Okay, is this thing gonna come on or not? There it is.